I've owned my Mitsubishi Evo 9 for 10 years now, and I wanted to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly about the car based off my own personal experience. Real quick, let me start off with a quick story in regards to how I got my Mitsubishi Evo 9. Now, I did already know about the Mitsubishi Evo since I was always at my local Mitsubishi car meets, or I would attend huge events like Mitsubishi Owners Day, hosted by Mitsubishi themselves at Mitsubishi headquarters in Cypress, California, and I would see them everywhere. Unfortunately, Evos were still too expensive for me at the time, so I just ended up buying a motorcycle to take to work and school. A 2005 Honda CBR 600RR. But one random morning, I get hit on my motorcycle on the way to school. I end up hurting my knee, get a small concussion. I did have finals, so I still had to go ride to school that day. Fortunately, the bike was still okay. I was just a little bit shocked and hurt. And I just remember taking my finals, and I was still in shock. Like, I couldn't believe it just happened. I ended up needing another form of transportation, and although a Toyota Camry would have probably been the smartest choice at the time, the car enthusiast in me saw it as an opportunity to basically jump into an Evo. I really wanted an Apex Silver Evo 8 that I had actually seen at a used car dealership in Santa Ana, California. When I decided to go look at it the next day, I noticed that a graphite gray Evo 9 had just basically been brought into the dealership. I asked the salesman what was going on with it, and they told me that they basically just brought it in that day and it wasn't even listed online yet. It had 1,000 miles less than the Evo 8. It had coilovers, wheels, full exhaust, and other modifications already done to it, and it only costed $1,000 more than the stock Evo 8 I originally wanted. So in my head, I thought it was just a better deal overall to get the 9, since one, the Evo 9 was only produced for 1 year in 2006, and it already had all these mods that I wanted to do anyways, and it would just save me money in the long run. So I ended up taking it home that night in 2015, and the rest has been history. Taking that car that night is just a memory that is still so clear today. I just remember the first time feeling boost merging onto the freeway going home and feeling like I was in a literal rocket. That car felt nothing like I've ever felt before. But Evo aside, let me just give you some quick history tips on the car just in case you've never heard about them. The Mitsubishi Evo is Mitsubishi's all-time hero car. It's the legend that put Mitsubishi on the map, as it was their motorsport rally flagship car running back all the way back to 1993 in the WRC, aka the World Rally Championship. The origin of the Evo 1 happened after Mitsubishi decided to ditch the Mitsubishi Galant VR4 in its rally racing due to its bigger size and putting the same engine and drivetrain into the Evo 1. Some people actually consider the Galant VR4 as the Evo 0, as it's the first car they used with the same 4G63 and all-wheel drive for rally racing in Group A. This is where the Evo 1 really started making a name for Mitsubishi in the rally world of racing. It started racing against other manufacturers like Subaru, but thanks to drivers like Tommy Mäkinen winning the WRC 4 times in an Evo, Mitsubishi was a huge contender in the rally world. As Americans, we saw the Evo literally evolve through all of its generations up to the Evo 7 without actually having access to the nimble four-door race car. We got the car in games like Gran Turismo, shows like Initial D, and we even got to see the Evo 7 debut out in the Too Fast, Too Furious movie, only to find out that the Mitsubishi Evo 8 was actually going to be available in the US for the first time ever in 2003. This changed the whole car world in the US as it sold nationwide, overshadowing other Mitsubishi Halo cars like the Mitsubishi Eclipse and the now discontinued Mitsubishi 3000 GT. This is a huge reason as to why I think they destroyed the Mitsubishi Eclipse name after the second generation in 1999. They just didn't want the Eclipse to compete with an Evo since it also had the all-wheel driving 4G63 with it. After 1999, Mitsubishi decided to change the Eclipse into a front-wheel drive, naturally aspirated 4-cylinder or 6-cylinder variant. This was basically just to appeal to the average high school girl or hairstylist. And well, the Evo 8 and 9 were the new race cars in the block and everyone wanted them. So they came in various trims, the GSR, which is the regular model, the RS being the lightweight version with no power windows, no radio, no AC, and no sound deadening to give racers a blank light canvas to start from. The SSL, which basically stands for sunroof, sound, and leather, so it was a little bit more luxurious in regards to interior and sound. And the SC, aka the Special Edition, which came with red stitching on the seats, aluminum hood and roof for weight reduction, and the MR trim, which came with a very weak 6-speed transmission that nobody wants and ends up swapping over to 5-speed anyways. All right, so let's get into the bread and butter of the video. I'm going to talk about the good thing about the Mitsubishi Evo. In my opinion, again, this is my personal opinion. You're free to disagree. Feel free to write down what you prefer about the car, what you don't in the comment section below. Starting off with number one, of course, it's going to be the engine. The infamous 4-cylinder 4G63 came with 280 horsepower off the dealership lot, but made a really easy power and responded well to modifications. Intake, exhaust, boost controller, injectors, and an upgraded fuel pump would have you over 400 horsepower on the stock turbo. Number two, we have the raw feeling of driving one. Now, depending on how you like your cars, the Evo does give you a very unique driving experience. You hear everything, you feel everything, and the car gives you enough handling and power to feel confident in whatever type of driving you're wanting to do. It truly is a driver's car. Number three, the aesthetic. The Mitsubishi Evo 8 and 9 are a timeless classic sedan that turn heads everywhere they go. It's simple enough to look classy, yet aggressive enough to show it's not a car to be messed with. Some people won't agree here, but it doesn't take much to make these things look insane on the outside. Wide wheels, wide bodies, wide wings are all available to make your Evo your own creation. Now, of course, it's going to come down to specific styles, but I've seen some pretty crazy Evos. I've seen some really clean OEM plus ones, and I've even seen some really clean stock, well-kept one. I'm personally not a fan of sedans, but the Mitsubishi Evo just gives it that touch to make it look classy and aggressive at the same time. Number four, the sound. There's not much else to say here. I guess I'll just put some clips of some Evos. Number five, the space. This car gives functional race car a whole nother meaning. It comes with 4 doors for more kids. You can race the car at the track on the weekends and take your kids to school during the week. Number six, the aftermarket support. You really could buy almost anything you need for the car at this point in time. Anything from aesthetics to engine components to make you go fast. Which leads me to the bad part of the video, parts cost. This will be relative to everyone's income, but buying parts for an Evo is not cheap. Break your transmission, $3,000 to $5,000 fix. Blow your motor, $5,000 to $10,000 fix to have it rebuilt. Destroy your transfer case, doing a launch, $2,000 for a used replacement. This kind of stuff really makes you think twice about abusing the car, especially as they get older. Number two for the bad is going to have to be the interior. I don't think the interior is the best looking interior, but quite frankly, you're not buying an Evo for the interior. It did come with some really nice Recaro seats and a nice Momo steering wheel, but besides that, the car still feels really cheap inside. Mitsubishi knew it wasn't a luxury car, so they gave it more emphasis towards over parts in the car instead. Number three, the lack of amenities. A firm ride and potential for parts breaking from abuse make it less than the ideal for daily use compared to other modern or comfort-oriented vehicles. Now, I daily drove my Evo in college for 2 years, and I don't really have any complaints, but for the average person, it might just be better for the Evo to be a secondary weekend car or project car to drive every once in a while. And finally, the ugly. After the huge surge of pricing for all cars in 2020, the Mitsubishi Evo also skyrocketed in price. Although it doesn't cost over 6 figures like an R34 GTR or Toyota Super Turbo, the car that you could once buy off a dealership for $13,000 now ranges anywhere from $20,000 to $60,000 for a low-mile clean example. The car that was once the best bang for your buck is now a JDM collectible that only certain enthusiasts can actually afford. which on a side tangent, and some of you are gonna hate me for this, I think that it's good that they went up in price because cheap cars attract cheap owners. That means that the car is gonna get beat and abused without any actual maintenance being done on the car. So this leads to decay in the quality of the cars across the board, just like we saw, like I said, with the Mitsubishi Eclipse and the Evo Talents from the 2000s to the 2010s. People beat on them, blow them up, part them out, junk them, since they could go buy another one for $2,000 to $3,000 the next day. And in my opinion, I think this is also going to make the owners take better care of the cars over time. My final thoughts. The Mitsubishi Evo has its place in the world of tuning and JDM classics. It's a car that will always hold its value, be respected across all motorsport racing, and will have a special place in people's hearts. It's a car that makes you feel like you're driving a raw race car, even if it's in stock form. Go bigger turbo and you're driving a literal rocket. The upkeep can get expensive, and expect some form of restoration on most of these, as these cars are now at least 20 years old and insurance isn't going to be cheap. They also spend a lot of gas. It just goes through it like a fat kid goes through donuts. But is it worth it? 100%. Now, please let me know your comments in the comment section below. And if you're interested in learning how I make my YouTube videos, how I film my content, how I grow a YouTube channel, and how I grow other social media accounts in a personal brand, check out that first link in the description. And that's pretty much it for this video. So thanks for watching.